Hi, and welcome to another episode of Tool Talk. I'm Mark the Window Cleaner, and this show brought to you as always by WindowCleaningResource.com. Well, if you've been watching this series of videos, you probably have noticed that I'm a big fan of tools that swivel. I've talked about the Unger squeegee handles that swivel. I've talked about the 30-degree standard handle, as well as this one, the 0-degree, and showed you how you can fan pole with this. I've talked about all the interesting and cool features of the Ergotec Contour Pro Plus. It's got that swivel action, as well as it's got that temporary 0-degree capability when you need it, as well as that locking switch that keeps it into a 0-degree. That's all fine and dandy, but if you're someone new to the business, you're probably thinking, why do I need all this fancy stuff? And the answer is, for the most part, no, you don't. Starting off, especially if you're doing residential, you might find that you can just get by with a standard squeegee handle. So I want to talk to you about a couple of handles. One is the first handle I started off with, which is a Pull-X handle. I bought this actually originally at Home Depot. This is before I started my business full-time. I was still in the stages of thinking of doing it part-time on the weekend, make a little extra money. So I bought this squeegee handle from Home Depot, and originally it came with a 16-inch channel, and it served me quite well. I've since cut down the channels to two different smaller sizes, so I can use them easily for French windows. As well, I keep this with me at all times when I'm doing storefront work. Because after you've done, let's say, a big picture window, first thing you're going to notice is the windowsill is just covered in water, and you don't want to take 2 or 3 towels to mop all that up. You just quickly go with your little squeegee right along the edge and just pull that water off and go onto the sidewalk or wherever, or the street, and no worries there. Then just finish up with your towel quickly. And yeah, so like I said, this little handle's served me quite well. However, there's a couple of things on it that I don't like as far as having it to be like a regular full-time squeegee for me. One is it's quite a small handle, and I'm someone with big hands, and you just lose this handle when you put your hand around it. And as much as I like the rubber grip, I would have liked it to have been maybe 2 or heck even 3 inches longer. So sometimes when I'm cleaning some certain kinds of windows, I find that I'm actually holding it right at the end, which isn't ideal. Second thing is, with it being a short handle, it doesn't fit on the pole too securely, not as secure as I'd like it, especially when you're doing high poling. You don't want your tools twisting on you, or worse, falling off and maybe damaging someone's property or someone in general. So let's take a look now at the Unger Ergotec Extra Large handle. Now this is a great handle to have, and let's face it, even though I run most of the time now with the Ergotec Contour Pro, I always like to keep a second squeegee on hand, just for those times I quickly need something, for a smaller window. It's usually if I'm on the ladder, the window's right in front of me, I'm not pulling with it, or if I'm street level, the window's right there. And if it's not a very large window, I just have this one here. Usually I'll have like a 12-inch or a 14-inch channel. Pretty much an ideal channel size for residential, that's for sure. And I really like the Unger Ergotec handle for several reasons. One, it's pretty light. It's not as light as some of the plain squeegee handles you can find on the market, but still, it's pretty light. It's ergonomically designed, and it has a nice soft rubber strip here in the front. Really feels good in the hand. And like most of Unger's products, you don't have to use channels with clips on them. And to change this out, you just push down the spring in the center, and to put it back in, again, push it down. So you can quick change your channels quite easily. And yeah, this one always stays with me. I throw it in my bucket along with my other mainstay squeegee handles. This one actually goes on my belt, these two in my bucket, and I'm pretty much all set. I mean, I can't think of too many other situations where I need anything else, other than my recent love affair with the 0-degree Unger handle for doing pole work. But that's still a pretty specialized tool for not all those situations that you're going to hit. If you're starting off in the business, more than likely maybe you're asking your neighbors to do the windows, and you could probably get by with just the Unger plane handle and a couple of different size channels, and you're good to go. Now I'll be taking a look at some of the other standard plane handles over the coming weeks and months. You know, Ergotec's got all kinds, Poles, and you know, a few others. But for now, I would highly recommend this one. It's quite affordable, and it'll probably serve you for years to come. Anyway, all of these channels that I've shown you today, sorry, not channels, handles, whether it be Contour Pro, Unger, Poles, they can all be bought at windowcleaningresource.com. Bye for now.